Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Yeah, and it's very late for that time of the month. When we find out how much money a lazy Etsy seller makes. If, as always, you can let me know in chat if everything sounds okay and stuff. Apologies, there's been no videos for a while. I've had a bit of the lurgy, so not sure how long I'm going to manage to be online today. Just do our best. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of ermings. And thank you all so much, everybody who's helped keep the lights on in the channel, going in and checking out old videos and leaving comments and stuff. Thank you so much. It's lovely that people have still kept things going while I haven't quite been able to. Right, so let's have a look who we've got with us. We have Jasmine, good morning. George on the Rocks, hello there. And the Candle Link, hello. Good to see you guys. Right, so for anyone who hasn't been before to one of these, what I'm going to do is dig through my stats for the month of December on Etsy, let you see how it compared to the year before. Wow, yeah, 2019 to 2018. And yeah, we'll just see how much we get through, to be perfectly honest. I'm still feeling a bit shaky, so if I stop abruptly, I stop abruptly. But let's get into this. And Chris T, hello. George on the Rocks, Happy New Year. Right. So, right into it. Let's pretend I know what I'm doing. Okay, onto the screen. And this is my stats page. It's for December last year. And let's just have a look at how things compared. If I click this, we can even see the lines for how things compared. Now, December last year, I had switched off my advertising, which I didn't do the year before, which is stupid because I wasn't taking new orders. But I hadn't switched off my advertising. My processing time is at about 6 weeks just now, I think. So I'd done everything to discourage sales. So stuff dropped. Yeah, I expected that, but let's have a wee look. So it was down 36% compared to the same period last year, but we can see actually coming up once we hit the Christmas period. Sorry, I'll stop squiggling there. Once we hit the Christmas period, those lines kind of converged. Yeah, I was gonna say diverged, but that means moving away. They converged, and so even without all the ads and everything, there's gonna be a dip. There's less people online, so yeah, definitely a dip. My number of orders, 75% down on the same period last year. But as I say, I did everything I could to discourage people from buying, and I'm still getting 12 sales in December. I'm happy with that. And the conversion rate, I'm really going to have to do a bit of work on this. But I think because some of my items are higher ticket items, conversion rate just means for every time people look at them, how often they buy. So 0.5% means it's going to take 200 views to get one sale. So I could do with upping that a wee bit, but higher ticket prices, people look at and come back and look at and come back, rather than, if it's somewhat cheap, they'll just buy. So that's down 60%. So yeah, my conversion rate is down a bit. But again, last year I put up my prices twice as well compared to the year before. And the revenue decreased 48%. Again, I'm not mad about that. As we can see, I had one really nice big sale that helped everything a good deal. So that's what that was. Who have we got? Margaret Rose is in chat. George, hope you get well soon. Send some Reiki your way. Thank you so much. Reiki, right? I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce anything today. I'm definitely on the mend, just a bit weak just now. So we'll have a quick nosy at all these wonderful things that Etsy give us. It's a good idea to monthly just having a check on everything. Now, I'm not freaking out that stuff's down in December. No big deal at all. I had a fantastic October and November, so I know it all did good. I was out of the ability to make any more stuff. I was full up, so that's totally fine. But They're saying Etsy brought 68% of the visits and I brought 32. I disagree with how they choose this, but anyway. So Etsy app and other Etsy pages brought me 500 views. Etsy search brought me 259. Down 62%, but again, I'm running on far fewer listings than I had. I had about 300 listings last year, probably more. Well, a year ago. Now I'm down to still only about 40. I might build that up slightly, so I just get seen a little bit more. Etsy marketing and SEO is way up, 790. That's up 169%. So I'm gonna have to dig into what Etsy think they're doing here, but hey, that's cool. Direct and other traffic is down. It was 157 views. Social media way up. Awesome. We'll dig in and look at this. And advertising, yeah, if you switch it off, it's going to be down. Lily Tree's in the house. Hello there, Lily Tree. Right, and looking at my items, it's this black cat. This always gets the most views. Didn't get a ton of sales this Christmas period. Some years it does really good, some years it does okay, but it's still always my best one. And then this little dog has really been picking up and doing well. It always used to be this black and white one. This one, I hate the picture. This is where sometimes you've got to test things, because what you think and what customers think are totally different things. So this little dog, I don't like the picture. It's overexposed. It really doesn't show anything, but it's doing the most views. And then this listing, crazy one again. Someone asked me on my one large sculpture if I could make 3 large sculptures. And I said, yeah, I could. Made the listing for them. I don't think that person bought it. Somebody else bought it. But the listing, for some bizarre reason, it's my laziest listing in the world. Just that picture, put up in the title what the title is. So for everyone that says short titles don't work, this is doing my 3rd best. And it's a fairly new listing, and that's all the title is. But anyway, so that one's doing good. And then this guy that's always done well, he's bringing in 100 views. And I just let you know, on average, Etsy listings roughly average at about 1 view per day. It is as low as that. So if you've got anything that's doing, there's Ben having a scratch. If you've got anything that's doing better than 1 view per day, then yeah, it's doing great. So all of these listings are doing well above average. I mean, that is just ludicrous. And then this wee guy, yep, that's doing good too. And that's all we've got there. Margaret Rose just ordered a Lhasa dog from me last week. Awesome. And I can't wait to get started on it. I can do this. This is cool. I will go full face, because for the needle felting people, I had some orders in, and this is great fun. I was looking for a real just off-white colour for orders, and I ordered from Wingham Woolworks, because that's where I got the best choice of a colour, and I haven't had from them in quite a while, and now they're sending out in paper bags, which is great fun. I love this. But this, I'll show you. So I just got a big order in. Try not to crinkle into the mic. Big order in, and they have 2 off-white colours if anyone's looking, and I'm really quite pleased with this. I think this one's the buttermilk colour, and I don't have it to hand right now, but I also got a huge bag of a mushroom colour as well, so super happy with that. So needle felters, that's a little different thing. So there you go, yay. But let's get back into it. But yes, Margaret, thank you. So I can't wait to get started. Well, my processing time is fairly extended just now anyway. I haven't been able to felt as much as I've wanted to in the last week because I'm a bit poorly. But I'm working through everything, and everybody, if you're waiting for dogs, I have not forgot you. I'm working through everybody as fast as I can. But yeah, I'm absolutely fine, but at the minute in time, my body's going, you think, when you get up and you think, here's all the things I'm going to do for the day, and my body's kind of going, no, you get one thing today, and then you're going to nap on the sofa. So that's how things are working just now. Anyway, right, let's dig in. Now, I wanted to look at this a bit more in depth, Etsy marketing and SEO, because that's really up. So this is, now I don't get, they're saying this is them driving the traffic, but it's the visits from Google, Yahoo, Bing, and other search engines. Margaret, you're most welcome. So here we go. Now, we can't. Google gets all of the visits. Yeah, so it is just Google. And yeah, I really have to look. I said this time last year, I really have to learn more about Google Analytics so I can look, because Etsy don't really tell us a whole lot. But anyway, I'm getting a huge chunk of 33% of my visits to this are from Google, which is blooming amazing. Scully's House of Thrillers, hello there. And again, it's this little guy that's bringing the views from Google, and this little guy's bringing some good views from Google, so that's interesting. And I've explained before, I've got two of these listings that look very similar, because I was playing around with a different title. Yeah, so, yep, 321 visits from Google in the month. But unfortunately, I'm getting all these views from Google, and it doesn't give us the data I want. The search terms: 1 visit from little felted dogs. Where did the other 320 come from? So it's really hard to dig into this data and find out things, but it is telling us certain things like, whatever that dog is doing, don't touch it, it's doing well. Excuse me. Right, so let's have a look at the other things. Etsy search. Again, now a lot of people really worry if their Etsy search percent is low, and yes, we're doing all of this work on Etsy SEO to get seen in the search, but it also gets us seen in Google, and it helps with a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you this, SEO, searching for the things that customers are searching for, isn't just for search. It means that these things are popular, people are looking for them, and not a lot of people have them. Not a lot of people are selling them. So even if you're not getting found in search, you're making good stuff. So don't worry if your Etsy search number is low, if your percent is low. Because the other thing is, it's like your little back door. When you're starting out, it's kind of all you've got. If you don't have social media, you don't have all the other things, search is sort of your foot in the door. But as time goes on, if 100 people find me through search, and then 5% of them become repeat customers and come back, 1% of them tells their friends, then over time what's going to happen is search is going to stop being my biggest driver of traffic. There's going to be stuff coming, people coming back, people telling their friends, my social media links that someone put up 5 years ago. So this Etsy search is going to, the percentage of how you're getting seen from search isn't going to look so huge, but this is like your engine. This is what's driving in new people. This is still a big deal. And also it doesn't include the visits from everywhere. The stats aren't perfect. Don't expect them to be perfect. Don't try and make them all add up. But anyway, so 11% of my visits from search. And still, it's from this black cat. And another thing. But another thing, people freak out if they're getting a lot of visits on an item from Pinterest. Is that going to hurt them in the search because their conversion is lower? If you're getting seen from Pinterest, people aren't shopping on Pinterest in general. You don't go there, you don't go to Pinterest to buy things. So they might click on an item, but their buyer intent, their intent to buy things is less. So your conversion can seem really low from Pinterest, but that does not hurt your placement in search, because how Etsy Allegedly, I don't work for Etsy, okay? But how Etsy decides where to place you in search is based on how your item performs in that search term. So it doesn't matter what's happening from people coming in from Pinterest. That hasn't affected how customers deal if Etsy show you for a certain search term. If your item does well for that certain search term, then Etsy will show you more for that certain search term. The Pinterest stuff isn't hurting you. At the most, it can help a little bit because, you know, you're getting some sales and some reviews and everything. It's all good. Yeah, so the searched terms that I'm being found for is still my shop name, which is awesome. That's becoming a brand. People recognize it and search for it. Black cat, cat lover's gift, which explains why this is so high up there. And then Samoyed and needle felted dog. And yeah, anyone who's doing any kind of pet things, the thing that I found years ago but is still the case, where you can, try and make listings for individual breeds of dog, individual breeds of cat as well. I keep forgetting, but you know, individual breeds. Don't just expect to get found for a collar for a cat, a dog, a rabbit, or whatever. Make a listing for a collar for a cat, and then a collar for a rabbit, and then a collar. I was gonna say gerbil. I don't think you get gerbil collars. You get the idea though. Don't try and hit everything in one listing because it just won't work. You know, I'm getting searched for a Samoyed dog, and it's going to be that dog. Even if I put it in some of the tags of my other listings, it's that one. So if someone searches for something to do with Samoyeds, I'm going to be there. What else have we got? Scully's house, I think I said hello, but it doesn't hurt to say hello again. Veronica finally made it, just popping in for a few. Good to see you for as long as you can be here. I'm probably just popping in for a few myself. And Salon Sonic, hello there as well. Right. Advertising is nothing. I'm loving that. Absolutely nothing, with nothing and no data. We did that one. Social media. Veronica's gonna head out and walk her gerbil. I hope you've got a fancy collar. Right, take care. Thank you for nipping in. So social media is 25% of my visits. That's pretty good. A quarter. Margaret, you found me on YouTube, then looked at my shop. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's for anyone that's making stuff. I said, like, I didn't make my YouTube. No, I didn't make my YouTube channel to get sales on Etsy. I made my YouTube channel to make a YouTube channel. It's a separate thing, and it's the same. My Facebook, I started my Facebook page because we were told to do it, and everyone said, oh, you've got to have that so you can drive traffic. That doesn't work like that. You have that so you've got somewhere else that you can interact with your fans. I don't like saying fans. Customers sounds like friends. There we go, friends. Your friends that buy from you. Cheryl, hiya, new here. Glad I caught you live. Thank you so much for joining me. Where are we? Social media. Yeah, 25% of my visits are from social media. Stud cat, betcha it's gonna say Pinterest. Yeah, how did I guess? 300 nearly 500 visits are from Pinterest. So like I said, don't worry about it. My conversion is through the floor because of all these Pinterest views, but they're good. It's bringing people in, and Etsy does not hate that for sure. So goodness, it's still on Pinterest. Still open. There's Facebook. Look, I have a Facebook page with over 1,000 followers, and I get 3 visits. Don't open a Facebook page to drive traffic. Open a Facebook page to grow friends. If that's a good way to say it. And sorry for everyone on social media just now. I have been terrible at answering all my questions and things. I've got tons of questions. Sorry. I haven't forgotten you. I'll get there. Direct and other traffic. This is just a tiny bit. But direct visits from your shop, visits from blogs, new sites, and any other websites, etc. And it's one visit from this little guy. And 49 visits from YouTube. So that's cool. But again, I was going to say 10th. I have 11,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you all, guys. 11,000 is awesome, by the way. But I have 11,000 followers on YouTube. So don't start YouTube to drive people to your Etsy shop. That ain't gonna happen. I mean, obviously I'm not pushing hard, but don't start that. YouTube's for a separate thing, and yeah, we'll get into that you can make money by itself on YouTube. Right, what I want to quickly do, I think the energy's holding. We're going to look at the whole of last year. We haven't done that yet, to look how that compared. So yeah, let's draw in the graphs. I like graphs. So my visits for 2019, is anyone else struggling? I'm wanting to say 2018 and 2017, but no, it's 2019 and 2018. My visits increased 3%. My number of orders decreased. I'm saying decreased 13%, but that's cool. We can see a big deal. There's a huge difference in December, but I was totally happy about that. Last year, a year ago, December was such a struggle trying to get all the orders out in time. And then people messaging like on Christmas Eve going, "Where's my order? I really needed it for Christmas." You know, like, I did what I could. So this year, all the orders that were traveling worldwide, all the international orders, they were out before the first week in December. So yeah, this was a deliberate thing, but you can see the difference. But I'm cool with that. My conversion rate decreased a bit over the same period last year, which is interesting because I had way more listings, and I suppose a lot of the listings just weren't getting seen. So yay. And then the money bit for the whole year, my revenue in 2019 increased 8%. So it could have been more if I'd have pushed harder, but I'm happy with that. 8% increase in revenue all time. So let's do that. Let's do all time just for funsies, so you can see the whole thing. Visits, orders. Let's the money. The money's the thing. So you can see, and this is my story. We do this story all the time. So in 2010, my shop died. Okay, they haven't stored the data, but it was like about 50 quid I made for the whole of 2010. 2011, 2012, I was in the doldrums. I was doing really badly. And then I decided to learn about SEO. I decided to learn and do things properly. And look, shush computer, my computer's got random ads popping up. Does anyone know how to stop those random ads? Anyway, so that's what happened. My sales grew year on year. Totally happy with it. And then last year I had a big step change, and I am just super happy to have been able to hold that step change from last year. So yeah, best year ever, 2019. For anyone saying that Etsy's dying, there we go. I don't believe it was. Alright, I'll come back to my face for a minute, and then we're going to go into, there we go, yeah. Dive into the chat, and then we're going to go into my YouTube money. I think we can just about manage that. That's cool, we're getting through this. A paper crane wishes. I'm such a lazy Etsy seller now. Hi there. Yay! Wait, we should all be lazy sellers. Do you know, what I've been thinking about it is, a lot of people do a lot of work on their shop, and it's a lot of waste of time. Sorry, but it is. They're like hourly looking at their number of visits and saying, my visits have dropped in the last 10 minutes. What terrible things happened on Etsy? They're checking everything minute by minute. They're spending 8 hours a day, 10 out. Nobody's doing 8 hours a day self-employed. They're doing a ridiculous amount of time sat in front of their computer watching paint dry. They're doing busy work. Do not look at your stats every single day. No. And I've had people tell me, it's like, oh yeah, but I'm a super big seller and stuff. I guess if you're the size of shop that's hiring in tons of staff, then maybe. If that's the case, maybe. But otherwise, really, it could be a bit quiet today because your stats could well be down this time this year compared to this time last year, because today's a Sunday and last year it wasn't a Sunday. It could be as simple as that. It will be that payday's not happened yet. You know, all these things that stop worrying about the things that aren't worth worrying about. So you have my permission. Be a lazy seller. It's the best way to be. Paper Crate Wishes. Yay, 11k. I know. Thank you so much. I'm just totally blown away that I think December I didn't get many videos out because I was holding back because December's quiet anyway. And I came, January. I have so many ideas. I've great ideas. I was like, January's going to be great. I'm going to blast into it. I've got all these videos. And yeah, I made like 2 videos and got sick. But people are still coming and watching and finding my videos and subscribing, which is so awesome. So thank you, everybody. Gigsy Art, hello there. And Canvas and Chroma, good afternoon, good morning. Good afternoon here, but it's morning with lots of people. Gigsy, new shops have no chance. I can't even get anyone to buy. No, not at all. It takes time. I've got to do a bit more work in my new shop. Most shops don't open and immediately have hundreds of sales. If you do, they're weird. But most of us don't start like that. It's no easier. It's no easy. It's no more difficult now than it was 10 years ago, than it was 5 years ago. It's difficult. It's not that you don't have a chance. It's not that there's anything out against you because you're a new shop. You're a new shop. Now my analogy I always say is, you know, if you're looking to start acting and you look at Tom Cruise and you say, well, I have no chance. He just walks into interview. He doesn't even have to audition for roles. People write roles for him. Well, yeah, but he had to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere, and most people have to start waiting tables, doing, you know, youth group shows, and going to rubbishy auditions. And that's where we all are. We start in and we grind, and don't even think about sales. Think about getting more views. Think about making more listings that are what people are looking for. Think about this is the grind. This is the time to build up. And like I say, you know, if you're looking to get your views first of all from search, you're looking to build up your social media, everything else. But you know, what number did I say was coming to my shop? 11% of my views are coming from search. So, you know, you're looking for that little number, but it's a trickle. The little number, 100 people over time come and look at your shop. One of them buys, and then 100 more people. So you've got 2 people buy, and maybe one of them comes back the next month. So you've got like 3, and then they tell a friend, and it's a snowball. It's not. I remember what it was like when I opened my shop, and I thought I literally just had to create something, put it in my shop, and it would sell. No, The selling's the way harder bit, I'm afraid. I wish that wasn't the case, but that's how it is. Selling's hard, but don't be hard on yourself. Most people give up. So you can win. You can do well on Etsy by just not giving up. And you're here with all the other people here that can help, and hopefully I can help a bit as well. You know, the fact that you're trying to learn, you're better than most people already. So stick with it. Say to yourself, okay, January, the beginning of the year is fairly rubbish. Sorry, it is in everywhere in retail. So you just, yeah, I'm terrible at motivational speaking, but I don't want to be telling you can do it. Yay, it's great, because it's not great. It's really difficult, and if you have a really realistic expectation, like you feel like you've not got a chance, nobody's buying, you're failing. You're not. You're normal. And yeah, sorry. I hope that sort of helps. But Canvas and Chroma, yeah, you've only been on for 3 months, so yeah, it's not a case that you don't have a chance. It's a case that you're just new, and it's gonna happen. The Magnet Maiden, hello there, Made Alive, good to see you. Canvas and Chroma, yeah, take really great photos. Yeah, the best photos, no matter what anybody makes, getting the best photos. I mean, Gigsy Art saying you sell prints, so obviously you make sure what you're showing is the best. Yeah. The Magnet Maiden, I don't worry about stats being down. I use the downtime to work on new things and experiment. Absolutely. That's most of last year. I was frustrated because there was so many things I wanted to make. I mean, I have a half finished Baby Yoda up the stairs. That was another thing I ordered from Wingham Wool, was the colour so that I can make his jackety thing as well. Oh yeah, something else I've got to show you all. Someone asked me if I ever used a multi-needle tool, and I've got the cheapy puncher thing, but I thought I've got my wooden handle that I like so much. Can I do this? I'm so weak. There we go. But I ordered this monster, which is a wooden handle that holds 3 needles. It's very cunning and very fiddly. I'm going to do this. It's going to be a disaster. I hope we're all ready. So it's got a bit that slots into a bit, technical terms, and this bit splits in 2, and then you put your 3 needles into it. I'm just going to put... I'd lost the needles there. I'm just going to put 1 needle into it because it's really fiddly to do that. No, let's do all 3. Okay. It's really fiddly. So you take your 3 needles, and there's... I'm not going to do that at all. I just dropped it on the floor. Oh, it's one of those days. Right, hold on. Dog can hold the keyboard. I can pick up... Oh, absolutely rubbish. Right. So... it's got 3 little kind of divots in it, so I have to try and fit all 3 needles. Oh, this was such a stupid idea. Don't drop a needle. I don't mind dropping the wood because the dogs will just chew it, but a needle will go into one of our feet. You have to get... It's like one of these games you give to children that you've got to get like the balls into all the holes all at the same time. Do you know what I mean, or do I sound insane? There we go. So you get all 3 needles into all 3 little divots. You stay. And then very, very carefully you pop the other bit on top. I can't pick up the other bit because I'm concentrating. Did we do it? We did it. We did it. Yay. And then that slides into there. Slide into there. Okay, I've not done this 100%. It should be even, but I'm rubbish. And you have a bizarre looking instrument of torture that I can stab 3 times. The only problem is This came with 3 36 gauge needles, which are way too stabby. I can't even use one 36 gauge. The smaller the number, the more stabby the needle. So a 36 is too stabby for me. So 3 of them just doesn't. I have a body of a dog here that I'm working on, and he's a reclining dog. It's not anything strange. And literally, I can't get the needles. There we go. But that is terrible. Yeah, so no. So I just need to get different needles for it, and we'll be good. Or we're going to experiment with it. It's only for when I'm making the super big dogs. Ooh, that's interesting. One of the needles slipped out. There we go. They're all in there, right? I'm going to step away from the crazy torture machine. I'll just put that down. Right, no idea what I was talking about. Got distracted. I love that noise. Right. Oh, I forgot when I was putting Ben on the key. When I was putting the keyboard on Ben, I can do that now. Yay. Sorry, childish things. Right, back to the chat. Rogue, what's your opinions on the KSI movie? I have no opinions at all. I know, apart from I've heard of KSI, know nothing about it. What's your opinions on the KSI movie? Canvas and Chroma, been at it over a year now. The most I ever make in a month was 13. That's great though. It takes time. And that's it. That's your first year. This year hopefully will be a little better. You can see. You've seen my graph. You see my graph. And I started in 2008. It started way back here. Let's do it by orders. Yeah, so it actually shows us the orders. So I was in 2008 back here. I had some sales, and then 11, 16, 21, 46. And then this year I made 172. So that I'm not the best seller on the planet, but that's what happens. That's what growth is. So yay. Stop jumping, chat. George and the Rocks. You used to act. Oh, awesome. There's leading men actors and character actors. Yeah, both are good, but niche is better. Yeah, absolutely. I know. I've got some friends who've acted, and like you say, the character actors it can be way more fun. And there's only one leading man in every one or so leading men in every movie, but a character can do all sorts of things. Gigsy, you're most welcome. I hope it helped somehow. Salon Sonic, oh thank you. You've learnt a lot from me. The most valuable thing was to keep educating yourself and keep learning. Yeah, that I wish there was a magic button. Well, I don't see if it was like what I thought it was, that you just have to make it and publish it, and it was that easy. Then everyone would do it, and it wouldn't be that easy anymore. That's the thing. Grumpy Panda loved the noise of the tub that I've put down there. Thank you. Right, I did say we were going to do YouTube as well. We'll quickly delve into my YouTube's monies. So for December with my YouTube channel, so here's my stats. I'm allowed to show you this page. I think it's only that page, the revenue tab, I'm not allowed to show you. So in December, yeah, it doesn't show me year on year or anything, but still, it's something you just can look back on it. But anyway, 26,000 views, which is pretty cool. It's down. I've been better in the past, but yeah, whatever. December I didn't make that many videos. In fact, you can see here where videos were. That was alive. I didn't make a single. Okay, December I didn't make a single video. I did some live videos. So 26,000 views and no work really done. Let's talk about being a lazy YouTuber, shall we? So 26,000 views, a watch time of 2.6 thousand hours. This is crazy when you think of numbers like that. And gained 313 subscribers, and yeah, so for 4 live streams, really, no other work. But this is work I've been doing in the past many years. So £135. It was, even YouTube has started telling me I was down, but I made less money. But I'm kind of happy with that. I really tailed off and did very little, and you can see Christmas and New Year, there's a big dip in what's happening with YouTube. So that's still, I think that's pretty cool. That's my stats for December. Oh, we could do the whole year for funsies, but just showing you here. Ooh, 11,130 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. That's awesome. And you can see right here, that little bit there, that's you all now. That's you watching. So if you click away from this video, then that'll go down, but you won't see it because you won't be on it. So don't experiment with that. But that's us all now. That's pretty cool. So there's 110 people watching videos on my channel just now. Awesome. And my top videos are crafts to sell. I need to make a new version of that. That was what to sell last year, the crafts that were going to be popular. And secret to all you watching, it's fun to look at these things, but hopefully nobody's going to suddenly change their craft, what they're trying to sell, based on what might be popular, based on what Hobbycraft or someone says. And then my needle felted cat's head painting, 3D painting thing, yeah, that's been doing awesome. What we'll do, funsies, because again it's the end of the year. Can I do 2019? I can indeed. So my views, now you can see this, right? I'm trying to remember which way round this was. Oh no, I don't need to, right? So this peak here in views on YouTube, this peak was when Etsy did the forced free shipping thing. You can literally see the outrage of people. And then this was the advertising thing where you get an extra little peek there. That's hilarious that they actually show up so strongly in my stats. So that is how, it's terrible when Etsy does a new thing, but oh my, it's hilarious, because I can even just sit and look and go, hang on, my video views are increasing. What's Etsy done? Do I need to talk about this? Hilarious. But anyway, for an entire year, 400,000 views. That's crazy. That's nearly 500,000 views. Saying that out loud, that's super cool. And watch time of nearly 40 hours. Wow, 40 hours of people listening to me. 40,000 hours. 40 hours is terrifying. And we made 5.6 thousand subscribers over the year. Right, let's see if we can do, what should be a subscriber goal for 2020? I have no idea. Give us some ideas. And I made £2,000 last year. So like I say, yeah, rather than physically selling stuff on YouTube, and it's a lot of work. I've done a lot of videos. I mean, to see that spike there, that was like one video a day for a week. That was that was all I was doing, getting up in the morning, reading what Etsy was up to, scripting a video, filming the video, editing and publishing the video, and then answering the chat. That was an entire day's work for the full week. But anyway, yeah. So if anyone thinks it's easy, doing YouTube isn't easy. It's not just all sitting on my sofa, cuddling my dog, talking to friends. There is work involved, but £2,000, that's not bad, and hopefully it only goes up from here. Right, let's go back to the face. Right. Sorry about that. Right, Grumpy Panda, what's your opinion on Disney going after Etsy sellers for selling Baby Yoda merch? Yeah, I think I can do a video. That's a video I'm going to make this week, but yeah, my thought on it is, of course they were going to. People were daft if they thought they could get away with this, especially, now I don't know if this is true, but to my knowledge, Disney had held up back on doing Baby Yoda merch until the release in The Mandalorian. They were wanting to keep this as super secret, so they'd held back on everything, and then suddenly all these people jumping in and selling merch. Yeah, Etsy were going to hammer on that hard, and yeah, don't even risk it, because their argument that your stuff can be costing them money because they hadn't got their own merch out yet, you know, their own merch is so new, you could get sued for all the money that Disney think they could have made if people hadn't been buying your stuff. So don't of course Disney was going to go after Baby Yoda, and it was going to go after Baby Yoda hard, and of course people were going to make it. I know, I was wandering the shops looking for a Baby Yoda gift for my friend, and I ended up felting one to give him, which is in its own slight way illegal but can be considered fair use, sort of. Disney's not going to take me to court for not selling one and giving one to my friend. But yeah, absolutely no surprise there. Oh, Tanya, you're an inspiration. Thank you so much. Greetings from Boise, Idaho. Boise. Yeah, that sounds cool. Art Love Handmade. Sorry I'm late. Better late than never. Absolutely. Hi, good to see you. And the Magnet Maiden. Love your channel. It's been super helpful and fun. Oh, thank you. Definitely going to cut off Christmas sales early. Yeah, I was finished products seconds before traveling. So stressful. Yeah, I totally agree. I enjoyed things so much more that I knew everything was going to be there in time because everything was already there in time. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Definitely. Not rushing to take orders up to the last minute. Yeah. Alright guys, if you have any more questions and stuff, pop them in the chat. I'll do a quick 5 minutes as usual. Yeah, sorry, I'm feeling quite tired, so yeah, I'm really glad to have been able to get to talk to you. Hopefully I'll get some videos up this week. Just got hit with allergy. I'm absolutely fine, but just no energy to do anything. But yeah, it's been lovely to chat and to see everything. And finally, I knew I had to get that whole how much money video out before we were doing January. We had to look at the December one. So yeah, really, December was down. December was down on Etsy and YouTube, and I don't care. I expected that. I deserved that. I'd slowed down my workload on both with very good reason. With YouTube, I slowed down my videos because I've discovered over the past couple of years being on YouTube that December is super quiet anyway, so I was better holding back my energies to make better videos, which I hopefully did. I hope you saw the video that I managed to make a couple of weeks ago. I did better editing. I've got a fancy green screen so I can make things look pretty. I had fun. But yeah, so December on YouTube was down because of that. December on Etsy was down because I switched ads off. I increased my processing time and I turned people away. don't fear turning people away. They'll come back if they really liked you. They'll come back and order in plenty of time next time. A link is creative colouring, quite late, but going to watch the replay. Arlova, how's the dogs? Right, I'll show you. I can't get the mic there as well, but he's snoring away like anybody's business. That's Ben. And Mia has taken herself off to her bed as well. I can't show you. They have been super good while I've been not well. I've managed to walk them a bit, but they've not got as much as they would want. Canvas and Chroma, yeah, if you're a new seller, stay away from Etsy ads. It's a waste of money. Yeah, there's a very few people seem to be doing well on Etsy ads, but most of them not so much. Right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Oh, last thing. Magnet Maiden, turning people away is the best. Remember the first time I did that, I was like, wow, I actually have control over my life and business. It's magic. Try not to do it often, but sometimes it's necessary. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Salon, have I used Mailfold? I'm guessing that's another mailing list thing. I haven't. I'll look at it. I started MailChimp. The thing is, it's getting the time to do all of these things. Getting the time. Right. I want a show of hands. How many people are on mailing lists? Give me hands up if you're on a mailing list for any company at all. Just stick your hand up right now. I'm definitely on mailing lists for plenty of companies. And so, if you don't know how to do the hands up, it's like your do you call it a colon? 2 dots, and then just say hands, or hands up. So hang on, I can do that in the chat. Yeah. So I want a hand if you're on a mailing list for any company at all. Thank you, Lily did that as well. Oh, Lily and George, thank you for the feel better. I am definitely feeling better, and healing, but feeling better. Bexy turns ads off after Christmas. Yeah, definitely not worth it. Still getting sales, although it's quiet. Yeah. Grumpy Panda, the dog was black and tiny just minutes ago. Yeah. Fake dog versus real dog. Okay, so I think most of us are on our mailing list. Bexy, shh, that's where we're going. Right. So, hands up if anyone's unsubscribed, blocked, or knows that the mailing things goes to their spam folder. Because I think I have blocked many. And yeah, loads go to the spam folder. And then let's do. Thank you, Pamela, for reminding me that there's other things. And let's have a thumbs up if you read half of the mailing lists you're on. If you read half of the actual mailing lists that you're on, give me a thumbs up. Because yeah, I don't read any of them. Absolutely honestly, I don't read any of them. I look and go, oh, so and so's sent one. There's some that have really interesting mailing lists, but they also sort of share the things on Facebook, so I've already read it, so I don't open them. Lilytree, MailChimp's not intuitive to use. Yeah, it took me forever. That's why I filmed a video on how to use it. Grumpy Panda, where to subscribe to the mailing list? I can't remember. I will look into my mailing list again, but I'm not very good at mailing lists. Because yeah, I do not, because that's it. Because I don't read mailing lists, I really don't know what to do in a decent campaign to get people interested in reading what I'm sending, because I'm not interested. I genuinely believe. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of thumbs down, and Lily Tree's looking very guilty. So yeah, I genuinely believe that mailing lists are a dying thing. I think the problem is a lot of people who are giving business advice are people who grew a business 5 or 10 or 15 years ago. And mailing lists were a great thing. But I don't know if it's working for some people. The good thing is, on a lot of these sites you can see what the click-through rate is, you can see what the engagement rate is. So if it's working, then absolutely do it. But yeah, we've just quickly proven that some people love it. Some of you guys are reading like 50% of your mailing lists or more, which is really cool. But I think most of us get too many emails in a day that we just don't have time for it all. So it's tricky. Cheryl thumbs down as well. Bexy, I mainly only quickly look at them if someone has a sale on and might want something from it. Yeah, exactly. JVR, some interesting ones. I do take off my spam folder and those I read. Sometimes there are discount codes and all. Yeah, I think if you have the ability to make a super interesting mailing list, but if you could do that, then your social media, your like Facebook page, that should be super interesting. You know, if you're really good and you're engaging people and you're doing super interesting things, make a mailing list. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. Magnet Maiden, you might be a weirdo, but I read a lot of ads and emails. I always try and make mine witty and encourage my subscribers to write me back. Yeah, if you can do it, good. I know there will be plenty of people that it's still working for them. I totally agree. Your mailing list converts really well. Cool. 1 sale per email sent. Have a code in an email so you can track it. Awesome. Yeah, I knew some people would do well with it, and I think that's awesome. So yeah, and there will be, if you've built up a good following of people that really are interesting and you're sending interesting things, then it'll happen. And yeah, I think a sale per email is a good average. That's cool. Canvas and Chroma mailing lists are saturated. Yeah, there's so much mail in every company filling your inbox, and we don't have time to sift through them, so they get ignored. Yeah, you have to stand out. I think, at the start these things were cool and interesting and a brand new thing. I don't think I ever read them, to be honest. And be aware that if you give a 10% off for everyone who 10% off code when you sign up to my mailing list, people are signing up to your mailing list for the 10% off code. So once they've got it, yeah, they probably won't care anyway. It has to be an interesting newsletter, and not too many are. Yep. EJ, hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, I hate to say hello to someone and then just literally go. But I was shutting down about 10 minutes ago, and then super interesting question about the mailing lists. And we're going to have to do polls again with hands up and stuff. That's kind of fun. Childish, I know. Right, I totally have to go away now. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really enjoyed managing to get to chat to you all. So everyone have a great week, and I hope to see you through the week. I hope to get some videos up. Thank you so much.